goals, passions, dreams. My guests will help inspire you to find your true calling. They will be sharing their success stories as well as their journey. So watch me on Trending with Suyo. Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in with Trending with Suyo. I have a special guest with me today. She's actually blowing up right now on social media. And if you're getting married, then you definitely know her for sure. Here she is, Sinthu from Ecboutique. How are you, Sinthu?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so let's talk about your business. You bought two beautiful gowns here today. I'm actually jealous. Why am I not wearing this right now, right?
You should have came to me earlier.
Right? So tell us, like, you're doing really well in, this business right now. You're actually blooming on social media. Every time I see a girl who's putting up her, pictures, her dresses are from you. So how did this all begin? Tell us from your own words.
Well, I was 21. I was looking for my own outfit for my 21st birthday. As you can see, I'm very tiny. So, but as a female, there's certain parts of your body that just don't fit a regular standard size.
Right.
So when I would go into stores, like either they were too low or something was wrong with it.
Okay.
So I started looking into making my own design. When I started doing that, I did some research and then I found something that I really liked. And then I'm like, I didn't know which color I wanted. It was a decent price. So I'm like, let me buy both. Okay. And then I held on to one and then I put one on Facebook, years ago when we all used to Facebook.
Right.
And I sold it within a couple of days. So I was like, that's a very good idea. To be honest, I actually dropped out of school during that time. I was going through a rough time during that time and I dropped out, and I'm really happy that I did that because everyone always says, all those bad things that happen to you throughout your life or those events, they're not technically bad. They're what leads you to where you are now. So for me, I look at it as an opportunity to where Ecboutique really bloomed from.
Okay.
I did start off selling, as you said, I know we were talking earlier about that I used to sell like regular outfits.
Exactly, because I remember you from like getting my
dresses.
Exactly, my clubbing dresses.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, oh my gosh, Sinthu's doing this now, but I know that she began
I'm surprised you remember. That was years ago, 7 years ago. I started off with selling like clubbing outfits to heels, jewelry, makeup, like literally everything I get my hands on, I was selling it.
Right.
But that's me starting off, and I got advice from people where people loved. I was getting a lot of orders from prom, so I really loved doing that, and it was where I really started off with. And I thought, you know what, I should start specializing in one thing. Forget all the other stuff. Maybe I can move into it later, but for now, specialize in one thing that I know I'm passionate about and I love to do. And to be honest, I started off with prom, and then prom girls referred their sisters or whoever was getting married, and they started going to engagement. So all these long dresses that you see, they're definitely all the engagement shoots. And then over time, it became more of specializing in bridal and reception gowns.
So at 21, you knew you wanted to start a business? And
No idea. It was just a passion. I had no idea it was going to come out to this. I literally was just doing it for fun. I was barely making any money, nothing. It was scratch. But I enjoyed it. But over time, I realized there was clients coming to me and they said, all these big names in our wedding industry was referring people over to me. I've never spoken to any of them. And I was just like, what? They know me? They know I exist?
Yeah.
So it was like the fact that they know me, I'm doing something right.
Exactly.
So I actually took a year and a half off of working, and I focused on this, and then that's where I built it up. And then I went back to work because as coming from a single parent family, I had to help support myself and the family as well.
Okay.
So what I did was I had to stick to a job that would monthly give me a constant paycheck, right? Okay. So when I did that, but I realized I'm bored.
Yeah.
I would hate to stay in the one job. Okay. There's no way I would stay longer than 6 to 12 months.
I feel like everyone that I interview that are doing so well right now are saying that. So you
really?
guys are all have that same mentality. So
I was always going back to this. No matter what, I was always going back to it. And then I thought, I'm getting to an age where I want to be able to build my business up. So when I do have a family life, I don't have to be focused on, doing the social media aspect or going out there, and it's more just coming to me, and I don't have to do as much work because I do believe in family time too. So that's why I'm out there. Like I decided last year I'm going in hard, and that's why you've seen my face more often, or at least my gowns more often, because I dedicated my time to this, and I truly do love what I do.
Okay. So how does someone book you, and what are the steps? Like how long does it take for the dress to come? Can we do specialized orders? Do you rent dresses? How does that all work?
So it really depends on what you're looking for.
Okay.
First step first, always book your consult. It doesn't matter if it's in 2 years, 1 year. Just always come to me as soon as possible, so that way we can know how we can help you, and if it's something we can't do, at least you can move out and venture out, right? Okay. I'm not going to say yes to something that I cannot make. Okay. I will always be truthful and tell you, well, this is something maybe we could do, maybe we can't do, because it's always up to you to decide what you want, right? Okay. So I always suggest come to us. Don't just assume we can do it in the time frame that you want, or maybe it's something we can't do. So come to us as soon as possible, book your appointment, come on in. Either I or a bridal consultant, someone from your team, will work with you to decide on what you're looking for. To be honest, what we do is we tailor the outfit to what your needs are as a client. We go from what your event is to how you want to feel in the gown to your location and the theme. Okay. Because in the end, people usually are just thinking about the dress itself, but I understand it's not just that. It's the whole picture, from if it's outdoors, indoors. We talk about colors. That's why we talk about those things. Like, this is actually a story that I can refer to. So this gentleman here, he was doing a surprise proposal for his girlfriend. Okay. So we did not obviously have the ability to speak to her to figure out what she wants. So what I did was the only thing I knew was it's in Banff and around the time of the date that he's looking for. And I creep through, well, not just me, the team creep through her Facebook. And we try to find outfits that she wore that we know that she liked the color of, but didn't wear too much of, because we didn't want to wear a color that she always wore. Right. But also would suit this beautiful background in here. So we knew there was going to be white. We knew the water's going to be like this. So we were like, pink. That's the color. Like this hot pink fuchsia color that she's worn for one of her dresses. We're like, this is what we're going to go with. Okay. I guided the gentleman with the process of choosing the colors to the size. It fit her like a glove. Like, we didn't even get to fit it on her. We actually lied and said, oh, it's for a bridesmaid consultation, because one of her friends was getting married. So we contacted the friend, like, are you okay with bringing her in? Like, pretending she has a bridesmaid appointment. And we got her measurements, and then basically he went out and surprised her. That's and it's a beautiful color on that scene. So you're not going to come in and just get a dress. You're going to get this whole look that you're looking for and the feel that you want. So you say you want romantic, we're going to pick colors that gives you that romantic feel. Okay. If you want to get more of a modern look, we'll get you these bright colors and neon colors, so you can feel very modern and chic for a magazine or whatnot. So it really depends. They can range from, so we generally say 12 weeks from the event date. Depending on the design, so that's why we say come on early, so we can let you know. Okay. And bridal, we recommend at least 6 months ahead, so that way we can, depending on the intricacy of the gown, we have time to make it. And it's not that we can't make it early, we prefer you to order early, so that way there's no rush. As the bride, I know you don't want to stress wondering if your dress is here, or having to go find jewelry and shoes afterwards, like really quickly. So we want the process to be less stressful for you, so that's why we give this time frame.
Right. And I know that, like, you know, when I was getting married, I wanted someone to come on location with me for my e-shoots and just help me out, like, you know, just fix everything, make sure everything's okay. So do you guys provide that service? Oh yeah,
I love doing it too. Definitely our our team loves doing it too. Like, what we do is we offer on-site consultation, on-site styling. Okay. So what we do is we're on there helping you set up the gown, the placement of it. People think it's very easy to do with a really flowy. They're like, just throw it. I'm like, yeah, you try that. But it's not easy. Right. So we definitely are there helping you with the long dress, flowing it out, making sure that the poses are very flattering, because a lot of times I realize, like, the focus is more on just the gown because it's so beautiful, but it's not just about the gown itself, it's about the couple that's there. So me and my team focus on making sure there's emotion between them. So I'll make jokes here and there, and they'll be like, remember that time you actually liked her? Like, you know, so they start laughing. Right. Like, those are the moments you want, right? Okay. So we definitely get into that moment, and I know it's awkward. Me personally, I hate being in the center of attention.
Yeah.
So for me, I definitely would have loved someone being there and kind of helping me break the ice and the comfort. And we help you with some of the makeup and hair touches, because we know your hair's a little bit, you know, frenzy when you're changing in and out of outfits. So we help with that too.
Well, that's nice. So you guys are all in one service.
Yes. And then again, I did miss out that we do custom outfits. So that's what we specialize in.
Okay.
We do also do standard sizing as well. But if you're looking for something that you've been looking everywhere but can't find an outfit like that, usually a lot of those clients come to us so we can create it for them.
Right, okay. And do you guys rent? Like, I know we don't want to sometimes wear that outfit again, right? So
we have a few outfits. We try not to have too many, just because we want to keep the value of the clients who are creating their own gowns and such. We don't want to be creating the same gown and then they not lose the value of it. But we do have a few gowns, especially the ones with the long train, because that is very popular, and I totally understand that's not something you're going to wear again.
Right.
But again, what we do suggest to our clients, though, it's not a one-time wear, to be honest. It's actually, you could trim off that train. So now you can wear it for a reception, you can wear it for a party, you can wear it for another outfit. I know clients that have actually worn it for the reception, they worn it for their bridal shower, they worn it for even their maternity, actually.
That's smart.
If they do like a lace up and it's not a zipper, and they can adjust it, they choose a design, like they're like, I'm gonna get pregnant eventually. So they'll get a design that goes for that too. So it's usable, you just have to plan it out ahead of time.
Okay. So coming to you, the earlier the better, right?
Yeah.
Because you guys need that time to make the outfit and just any adjustments and things like that?
Exactly.
Okay. How would they contact you? What's the best way? Social media?
Yeah, obviously social media has all our images, and I always suggest look at our stuff before you come in, so you can have some inspirations. We do more than what's on there. Like, our bridal gowns aren't really on there just to avoid any copyright and such. But we do have a lot. We also have a website. Best way would be to go on the website and go to contact us.
Okay.
And then that way it'll give you little questions like when your event date is, when you're planning to book your appointment, so that it's a little organized for you and us. So that way we can get to the point of actually knowing exactly what you want, instead of wasting your time. Because obviously we know you have a lot of things to plan throughout a wedding or whatever the event is.
Okay. Can you let our viewers know what your website is?
Yes, it's www.ecboutique.ca.
Awesome.
.ca.
Okay. Sindhu, you said you love doing this and this is like your passion, right? And you kind of like gave everything up just to do this full time. Tell us, like, what are the downfalls of this business? Like, I'm sure it's not always like, easy breezy and like happy, right? What would you say are the struggles that you go through?
So, as you noticed, like, I haven't really been in the scene out in the open, because I've been doing it for 7 years, and you've only been seeing me probably the last year when I really went head on it. Mainly because I was a very independent person. I am also a perfectionist, and I feel like things should be a certain way. And when it's your baby, you don't want to give it up to people to help you and such. And the biggest thing that I learned is you gotta let people help you. It's like you're not good at everything, and I knew that. Like, marketing is not my thing. Clearly, talking is not either. In person, I'm good, but when you put a camera on me, I'm just like. So for me, I knew I needed people that specialize in things that I'm not the greatest with. Numbers is not my thing. I'm a yes girl for everything, but I needed someone to like get me strict in the business aspect mind. So for me, letting people help me in those aspects, it definitely is what also boomed this. Like, I have a great marketing team that actually started, like, literally they'll call me up and be like, when I'm on site, hi, this is your marketing team. Why haven't you put up an Insta story? And I'm like, what? Because I'm on the floor trying to throw a train. So they totally like helped me out and pushed me towards doing the things that I'm not comfortable with. That's definitely something you have to step out of your shell, let people help you. A lot of times, like, you are going to get certain situations where you're not going to be happy with. There's times where I cried, especially in the beginning. But those are, if you talk to any entrepreneur, you'll realize those are the experience, and that's what you learn from. As long as you made that mistake, there's going to be mistakes on the way. It's just more of learning how you're going to fix that and how you're going to avoid that from happening in the future. So basically, it's a learning step throughout the whole process, and I feel like there's no real bad thing. It's just more of learning from those experiences.
Okay, awesome. And what would you say your goal is? Like what do you want to Ecboutique? What does it look like in the future? What's your goals for the business?
For the business, personally, I just wanted to keep continuing on my passion, because I feel like when you have that passion is when it keeps going well, and people recognize it for it. And I do put every time and effort that I can in each person and gown. People don't really see it as much because they're in the background of it, and I'm the one in the back of doing all those stuff, and my team, so don't see it, but I really do want to make sure the focus is always on the client and the outfit. Next would be standardizing pockets. Like I have, as of 2018, I have standardized pockets in all the gowns.
Wow.
I love pockets. I think it's the most useful thing in the world. I don't understand why our outfits do not have pockets. Like, there's so many times, like, how many times I've been like asked a guy to basically be like, hold my phone or put this here.
Now the bride could like Insta story her wedding,
right? Basically. And also, like, you know how many times you lost something because you didn't have pockets, and it's way better for the guys too, where they don't have to have these bulky dress pants. Like, so many times where they're like, I don't want to have it. Why keep giving it to me?
Exactly.
So I'm like, no, we got to be able to carry ourselves. So that little lipstick and everything, like whatever you want, like you have it there with you. Obviously, it could only work with certain designs, but whatever we can, we always recommend pockets. I want it to be something that everyone does. I don't understand why it's not there. The next thing would be, my goal initially is, the reason why I did it is also for my mother. I wanted to help retire her. She is coming from I'm coming from a single parent family. So for me, that is my main goal, definitely. So I want her to obviously be proud of me and the business itself. And I want also for the South Asian community to not be so embarrassed about talking about that they're coming from a single parent family. Like, you should be proud that that parent was there to take care of you throughout the whole process. You know, they're doing double the work, working literally the double the work, and also being a mother and a father at the same time. So that's something I personally want our community to be proud of and talk about it. There's so many people I know that are entrepreneurs and they are well off, and their parents are too embarrassed to say, yeah, well, I raised them by myself. Well, you should be proud of that.
Right.
Finally, I'm working on a charity collection. So I won't be listing names, but there are inspirational individuals that are well known either on social media or actual celebrities.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so working with them to design an outfit for them. And what's going to happen is anyone that purchased those gowns will be dedicated to a charity. I definitely believe in giving back. I don't want it just strictly about me. I always believe in always helping others. It's truly what I really do. It's more of my team that's like, you got to make sure you're focusing on your business and making that money. I'm like, yeah, but I want to help.
Right. Aww,
so that's definitely my part of the personality where it's going towards the charity and whatnot. So hopefully that's hoping to release by by the end of this year. But I'm not really sure about the timeline, but it's definitely something I'm more passionate towards.
Wow, you don't hear that often, especially when someone is doing so well. They kind of forget to give back. So thank you for that, and definitely your mom will be really proud of you. So even like wanting to share that because that's something personal, and for you telling our viewers that today. Thank you so much, Sindhu. That's really sweet of you. Next time you should bring your mom, bring on the interview.
She'll be like, am I wearing the right thing? Do you want me to wear a sari? I'm like, Mom, I'm wearing 2 dresses.
So what does your mom say about your business, seeing it bloom now?
Yeah, she was, so we did the wedding show, we did the Jodi, and now we're about to do Mongolian in Montreal as well. So when she's a typical South Asian parent where it didn't really, she wasn't able to visualize what I was doing. It's more of hurry up and get married. So when she was there and she was able to see me up on stage walking down the runway with my models and my gowns, I was told by my aunts, and I have a big family, I love my family, they're very supportive, from my cousins to aunt to uncle to everybody. It's a huge family, we're like brothers and sisters, were there for support. And they were like, your mom was crying. And I'm like, you know what, that's what I'm here for. Like, that's what I'm proud to do for her. And I'm happy that she finally got to see what I do for the past years. It's rather than me just people coming in and out of the place to see like the clients and me drawing and whatnot. Now she actually gets to physically see that all her hard work and the time that she puts in ended up here and is giving her name. And one thing I would like to say is actually my last name is actually my mother's name. It's actually, so it says Krish. It's actually the beginning of my mother's name and my grandpa.
Okay.
So the family name. My grandpa fled from from Sri Lanka from the war, and he brought all over his kids. So the one thing I'm happy about is if I didn't have my grandpa or my uncle like to bring us over, like my mom over or their children, like we wouldn't be here.
Right.
So for me to even be here is because of that name, because of my grandpa as well as my mother working hard. So I made sure that name had a meaning to it. So when people are saying it, Sinthu Krish is representing something.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sinthu, for sharing that. Also, can you, because you're so young and you started this and you had this vision and you carried this out, not everybody could do that at such a young age, you know? Like, I don't know what I was doing at 21 and you're starting this business, you know? So, like, what can you tell, like, our viewers, like, how to start something or not give up? Or, like, what, if somebody wants to do what you're doing, like, how do they, you know, come up to where you are? Like, what advice would you give?
Number one, don't care how old you are.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, don't care how old you are. Like, I have a niece and she's doing baking, and the first thing she wanted to say was like, I encouraged her to bake, and because I loved baking before. And then she's like, oh, Sinthu Chiti, I want to bake now. And we encouraged her to create her own business. And she's like, I want to donate to Me to We. You know, like hearing a 12-year-old say, I want to donate my proceeds, that's a big deal. And that's a 12-year-old. And then I have known a lot of people that are a lot older and they started later. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's as long as you love doing what you do, you'll be happy doing it. And also, again, let people help you. Be supportive. It will be hard. You're not going to hear, like, you're going to fall. There's so many times I fell. Like, so many times I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Especially when you're doing it by yourself. It's really, really hard. And I totally understand how hard it is, but in the end, like, it took me this long to finally be confident and that, you know, I don't care if I don't do well, I'm gonna at least try. And that's why in that 1 year I was able to be here. But the past 6 years was more me playing it safe. Like, I don't know, I'm not sure if I really want to go out there, but you know what, like, it made a difference. And even if you didn't do well, at least you know you tried. You don't want to be down the road wondering, well, maybe I could have. And I actually know people who are mothers with kids now, and they're like, you know what, I wish I did something like makeup. And I actually personally know someone after having kids, she's like, you know what, I want to pursue it. She went ahead and learned it, and now she does makeup. And it doesn't matter if you're like the big shot in the wedding industry or whatever, as long as you're doing what you love, you're gonna continue doing it.
Awesome. So we're gonna see more of you, definitely, right?
Yeah.
So good luck to you and your business. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for opening up and telling us everything. And good luck with everything. I hope you make your mom even more proud than you already did.
And thank you for having me here.
Thank you, Sinthu.
Take care.